Hello everyone, Stepan here. This will be the second training game in the series. I'm going to play a subscriber called Rawi Rawat. He asked me to give him the white pieces, so I'm going to do that. I guess I press black here. That means that I'm going to be black. We're going to play 15 minutes plus a 15-second increment per move game. And that's it. Yeah. So in this format, I'm trying to get I'm trying to try out a new training method in which I will force myself to calculate properly, even though it's not a rated tournament game. And I believe that recording those videos or streaming them will make the games feel much more serious. Yeah. So okay, I'm going to challenge Rawi Rawat. So black. Okay. Okay, since I'm not streaming yet, this is a recorded video, I'm just going to say hello. D4. What do I want to play against D4? Well, I usually play either the Slav, the semi-Slav, or the Grunfeld defense. Good luck. I think I'm going to play D5 and see what Rawi does. He's going to play the London system. Okay. I think I'm just going to play symmetrically to make sure I don't waste too much time. You can see that his rating is 1500. With a question mark, that doesn't really mean that he's 1500. It just doesn't mean that he hasn't played any games yet. So I can't really tell how strong he is in standard chess. Well, not standard. I really don't know whether this could be standard or rapid. What's the more correct name? So okay, knight to f3, knight to f6, continuing to play symmetrically. I guess e3, e6 now. Perhaps c4 could be played. Yeah. Okay, so now I can play either e6 or c6. I think I want to play e6. Although this check could be annoying. Is this check annoying? I'm not sure. Okay, so queen b3. Okay, e6, queen to b3. I will have to play. What will I have to play? b6. e6, queen b3. Yeah. Okay, c6. If queen b3, queen to b6. Do I want to trade queens? I don't think so. Okay, I'm just going to play c6 and see what he does, because I think this is a safer move. Or at least I don't have to play b6. Okay, so now e6 should be correct. Now I basically have my semi-Slav pawn triangle, but I've managed to get rid of my bishop being on c8. So okay, now do I play queen to b6? If queen b6, I guess c5 should be played. That's usually the best move, and then queen takes a takes b6. Yeah, I have to play queen to b6. Really don't have much choice. Now c5, queen takes, a takes should be the correct variation. Now his plan is to undermine my pawn structure with a minority attack. Let's see. Do I want to get rid of his bishop pair? Can I get rid of his bishop pair? No. I don't really like my position. I think I messed up. Because now he has. Okay, let's concentrate. I think I misplayed the opening slightly. Knight b to d7 is a move. Bishop to e7 is a move. Knight to h5 is a move. h6 is a move. Knight to e4 is a move, although not really. Well, I can give up my bishop. I don't really know whether this is a valid idea or not, but it just occurred to me. So I give up my bishop. Bishop takes b1. Rook takes b1, and then I can play b6. Oh, not now. B6 because my rook isn't hanging anymore. Then I get to undermine his structure. And I can then play b5 safely without him being able to play en passant. But if I give up my light squared bishop, well, this is actually a position fairly similar to the advanced Caro-Kann, in which I often want to get rid of this bishop from f5. So I don't see why this would be that bad. On the other hand, I'm trading a piece which is already moved for an undeveloped piece, which is a bad idea. But then I get to emphasize his poor pawn structure. And if I manage to get my pawn to b5, then these pawns will really be weak. Well, okay. Other options. Bishop e7. That's too passive. Bishop e7, b4. Knight bd7, b5. If I play bishop takes b1, rook takes b1, b6, c takes b6, then my bishop is a monster. So I'm going to do that. I really don't think this plan is bad. Let's see what the engines say afterwards. I'm going to run an analysis after the game finishes. Yeah, okay, so now I have to play... wait. I thought I have to play b5. Yeah, I have to play b5. And now if he doesn't get his rook back in time, then I'm going to play a5 and just have a locked down position with a better pawn structure on the queen side. I mean, yeah, okay. Okay, so now bishop e7, bishop d8 is a plan. Although bishop e7, bishop c7 could be a problem. And I'm hanging a pawn now, because he can take bishop takes b8, rook takes b8, rook takes a7. On the other hand, if I develop my knight, then I already messed up this position. I think I might have. Okay. Okay, so perhaps I only have one move. I have a couple of issues. If he plays rook to a6, then bishop takes knight wins this pawn as well. And if I play knight b to d7, then rook a6 simply wins one of these two pawns. One move I can play is knight f to d7, which defends the other knight. So all of my stuff is protected. But then knight to e5. Wow, I really messed up this position. I don't think I can save my material. What if I just give up a pawn with a5? a5, rook takes a5. Rook takes a5, pawn takes a5, knight to a6 to prevent b4. And then I would also be undermining this structure. So should I sacrifice my pawn here to save the position? Okay, knight f to d7 is one move, but after knight e5, bishop e5, I have the same problems. Knight f to d7. If he doesn't play knight e5, then f6 saves the position. If he plays knight to e5, yeah, okay, I might be okay, because after knight f to d7, knight e5, knight takes c5, bishop takes c5. Yeah, I simply don't want to be taking on e5, so okay, let's calculate. Knight f to d7, knight to e5, bishop to e7, knight takes d7, knight takes yeah, I'm losing a pawn. I'm losing a pawn. a5. Perhaps a5. Yeah, a5, bishop b8, rook b8, rook takes a5. It just loses. What about king to d7? It loses a pawn as well. Oh, this is just horrible. How did I misplay this position like this? This is move 11 and my position is completely busted. Obviously the plan with bishop takes b1 was a mistake. Okay, what if I play knight to h5? Knight h5. Knight h5. If bishop here, I take. If bishop here, f6. If bishop here, I take. If bishop here, king to d7. Then I lose a pawn anyway. I can't find a move that doesn't lose material. Yeah, I think I'm going to play knight f to d7, just not to waste any more time. This might be the lesser evil move in this position. But okay, this is an example of why these games could be very instructive. I actually played these positions, and this could have easily happened in a tournament game. And I don't think the extra time would have made a huge difference. I just played a horrible opening, and I'm going to study this game for a while. I think he has to play 95. If he doesn't play 95, then yeah. Can I try g5? Ravi told me that he accidentally clicked confirm button when analyzing this move. What? Okay. I guess he wants to take back, even though I'm not sure that's a good idea. Yeah, he wanted to take back the move, which is a good thing. I don't know why really. But okay, let's say he plays knight to e5 anyway, because I guess he will figure that out. If I play g5, then bishop to g3 should be the best move, I guess. If g5, bishop takes g5, then knight takes e5, d takes e5 is actually okay for me. I managed to survive. And I don't really care about my g-pawn because I can play rook g8. No, this is just a bad position. I thought I could exploit his weaknesses on b4 and b2, but my pawns on the queen side are so weak, my rooks are not connected. Everything is hanging. I have a horrible weakness on c6. Just a bad position. Just a horribly bad position. Okay, if knight e5, g5, knight takes d7, king takes d7, then I lose my a pawn. If knight takes d7, then I lose my c pawn after rook to a6. Yeah. Louis, I'm not sure where I went wrong. I mean, bishop takes b1 is probably a mistake, but in the opening phase, queen to b6 had to be correct after c5, queen takes b3, a takes b3 is a common sequence which I've seen. What? Why? Why? Okay, now I think I'm good now after bishop to d3. Knight to e5 had to be played, I think, to win a pawn. Perhaps he wants to double up his pawns fast. But I think I'm going to play f6 now. Just to prevent knight e5. I don't know whether his decision is correct. I think it isn't, because knight e5 would forcibly win material. Let's see if I can defend my a7 pawn now. But I guess I can, because now if the rook's double, then pawn to a6, and if bishop takes b8, then knight takes b8, and I have a second defender. Let's develop just, and I've already spent more than half of my time. If he gives me enough time now, then I'm going to play bishop d8 and a5 and be perfectly okay in the position. But what a horrible opening. He gave me two moves to untangle and to save my material. I think bishop d3 and h4 have to be inaccuracies. I'm not really worried about the bishop coming to d6, because I'm going to play king f7 anyway, and I want to play a5. I have to get rid of my c6 weakness, and the best way is to close or overtake the file. I would really love to play e5, but I can't really do that yet. Perhaps, no, I can't do that. I was wondering about this maneuver. But it doesn't really work, I don't have time to do that. Okay, so now a5, rook h, a1. I don't really care about that, because then I can play a4. No, I can't play a4 because then b3 and I'm losing a pawn. Oh. Just such a bad game. I just played a horrible game. Okay. Rook h, a1, a6. And I'm saving everything. Let's do something on the king side. Let's try and do something on the king side. Okay, king f7 should be a good move, and then rook to e8. Because I can't really play a5 now. I'm one tempo down because of b3. a5, rook h, a1, a4, b3, and I can't take because I'm losing my rook, and my pawn is triple attacked. I'm only defending it twice, so I'm losing the pawn. Not to mention that he can also play bishop c2 and get another attacker in. So now my plan is rook to e8, e5. If he takes on h7, then g6 should... no, it doesn't actually win the bishop because he has h5. So you have to be careful about that as well. So perhaps I'm going to play h6, g5, rook to e8, and try to get some initiative in the center. He does have the bishop pair, but I guess my knights should be stronger in such a closed position. Theoretically, at least. Well, I mean, his light squared bishop is just a bad piece. It doesn't have any scope. Yeah, and perhaps h6 was a bad idea, because h6, he can play h5 and then put his bishop on g6. So I guess I should play g6. g6 to save my h-pawn, and then rook e8, e5. Yeah, let's not waste any time. This can't be a bad move. If he plays h5, I'm going to play g5 and then h6 to close down the king side as well. And then I think the strength of my knights should be emphasized in such a closed position. Well, the thing is, he can't really break through on the queen side, because after I play a6, my a6 pawn is sufficiently defended, and I actually have quite enough time to play e5. And after e5, if I manage to open the position, then this structure is actually good in the center. And one of his pieces is going to have to move. His dark squared bishop is going to become much worse than it is now, so perhaps bishop d6 should be played in advance of that, at least to keep the bishop in my position. Although I'm not sure, perhaps it wants to. Well, it can't really go anywhere else. I don't know, it's a very complicated position. It's very hard to play. And he can also make a mistake of playing rook to a1, because then I can play a5 once again. Although I'm not sure I want to do that. I think rook e8, e5. Yeah, okay. I'm not really concerned about that, because I can take with my bishop. Am I not concerned? I am concerned about that. Okay, rook e8, g takes f6, bishop takes f6, bishop g5. Can I get in e5? I can get in e5. Yeah, I should just play rook to e8. I definitely don't want to take. that's clear enough. Rook e8, pawn takes, bishop takes. He can play knight to g5 check. I would really like to be able to get my knight somewhere into his position, but I don't see how I can do it. To e4. Perhaps rook to e8 is a mistake. Okay, well, let's see. I can actually get the pawn back with e5. So e5, e5, d takes e5. No, yeah, I can't. Okay, rook e8. Rook e8, g takes f6, bishop takes f6, knight to g5 check, king to g7, and I'm preparing the move e5. And if g takes f6, bishop takes f6, bishop g5, I'm just going to ignore that. And I don't have a move. I'm almost in Zugzwang. I can't move anything. Okay, on bishop g5, I can play e5, and then bishop takes f6, king takes f6, d takes e5, knight takes e5, knight takes e5, rook takes e5. I believe that's correct, but I'm going to calculate it once again after he plays it, if he takes the f pawn. I guess he should move his pieces away and play f4, f5. Or try to play f3, e4. I'm not sure who is better here. I think the engines would say that white is better because he has a space advantage and he's not playing a rook down like I am. But I don't see a way to exploit that, at least not soon. And yeah, I definitely have to get my rook into play somehow. I can do that after e5, because after e5 he isn't threatening bishop takes b8. Because if I move my knight from d7, then bishop takes b8, rook takes b8, rook takes a7 is just winning. Yeah, there's another problem. G takes f6, bishop takes f6, h5. And then rook to e8 was a mistake, I guess. Perhaps not, because at least now my rook isn't hanging. Okay, let's calculate that. G takes f6, bishop takes f6, h5. Let's say I ignore that. e5. H takes g6 check. H takes g6, rook to h7 check, king to g8. And now his rook and his bishop are hanging, and I'm threatening to fork his bishop and knight on f3 and d3. So I guess h5 isn't that bad for me. But he is better, yeah. He actually has 3 or 4 plans. I only have one, and it's dubious, and it's not really likely to work. Yeah, this is definitely a good training method. This is how I feel during a tournament game when I misplay a position. And I tried playing these games before, but I never really took them seriously. Okay, so I calculated this. Let's just play it. h5 worries me. Knight to g5 worries me. Bishop to g5 worries me. Everything worries me in this position. I think all three moves could be played. I guess bishop to g5 would be the best for me, because then he would remove one defender from e5. h5, e5, h5, e5, d takes e5, knight takes e5, knight takes e5, bishop takes e5, bishop takes e5, rook takes e5, h takes g6 check, h takes g6, rook to h7, king to g8, bishop takes g6, and he is a pawn up. This I haven't calculated. I think this has to be a bad move. This has to be a bad move. I think this has to be a bad move. Obviously I have to take, I mean, I don't have anything else. And he's just going to have double pawns in the center. I don't want to give up my bishop because it's my best piece on the board. I really can't agree with this move. He just resolved every single one of my issues in the position. Okay, now I do want to take here. Now I guess I should just be prepared for the move h5 to be able to play g5. So I guess I should play h6. Although let's calculate that at least a bit. I have 5 minutes left. So h6, h5, g5. Okay, if I don't play h6, then h5, g5 loses the h7 pawn. If I don't play h6, then h5 allows his rook to come into h7, so I guess I'm going to play that. If he plays rook to g1, then just rook to g8 should be okay. I'm happy with the position now. I'm thrilled with the position. This I shouldn't have achieved this. I actually have a much better pawn structure and a better piece, because the knight is far superior to his bishop in this position. It's really going to be very hard for... What? What just happened? No. Wait, I just sent take back because I really didn't want to play the move rook to e7. This just happened for some reason. Wait, I just have to... I really don't know why this happened. So yeah, he played f4 and my rook moved to e7. And I must have pre-moved by mistake. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I don't know how this happened. Okay, so now he's threatening to play h6 and then g5 would lose a pawn because he can play rook to g1, so I have to play rook to g8 here. Let's just say thank you for accepting the take back. I don't know why. So it actually does happen sometimes in blitz games that the pre-moves just happen. I'm going to look at the recording. I don't think I pre-moved. So okay, does this worry me? Not really. Where's the better square for my king? Do I have a better square? I can't really move my king because it's defending the g6 pawn. If I move my knight, then rook g to a1 wins my pawn. So if I play a6, I can move my knight, because then after rook g to a1, I can play knight back to b8. So I guess that's the only move I can play. So I'm going to play a6. And at least I can get my rook to a7 to do something better and free up my rook, because then my knight would be the only defender here, which is okay. He would have to give up an exchange to win a pawn. Still complicated. Much better than it was, though. Just a bad game. I think I can learn at least 5 lessons from this one single game. So if you play d5 and if you face the London system, don't make the mistakes I have made in this game, even though I'm not sure what the mistakes were yet. I'm going to run an engine check after the game. Okay, king to c6. Rook a7 is a move. Rook to a7 has to be a good move. Although, okay, there's actually only one way for me to increase the defense and to prepare the move g5, and that's rook a7, rook to, let's say, e7, rook to g7, rook to e8, and then rook to g8. So it will take me a lot of moves to do that, but I can't really see anything else I can do. I can't move my king because then g6 is falling. I can't move my rook except to g8. I can't move my knight because then a6 is falling. So I'm going to play rook to a7. A weird maneuver, but perhaps the only way to activate my pieces. Okay, this doesn't really make sense, so I'm going to continue with my absurd plan. I have time to do that, though. It's not as if he's threatening anything. I think everything is sufficiently defended. Yeah, except for this. Oh, this was just horrible. Yeah, I guess this could be a resignable position now. Missed the forest from because of the trees was the saying. I guess I have to give up a pawn. King to f8. King f8, bishop takes, doesn't work. Bishop takes does work. King f8, rook takes. Yeah, okay. Sorry for the poor performance, and congratulations to Rawi Rawat. He has outplayed me. If I take now, then my e6 pawn is also weak, and if I move my rook to g7, then he will have to trade a pair of rooks, so I have to try that at least. And if he checks, then king e7 should be okay. Maybe I can still draw this position. I'm not sure though. Yeah, this does make sense. Have to take. If he takes with the rook, then it's definitely a draw. If he takes with the bishop, I'm not sure. Yeah. So what now? King e7, knight d7, knight to f8. I guess that's a plan. And then, yeah. Okay, king to d7. Okay, if I move my king away, then this is dropping. So, yeah. Okay. I hate my position. Rook g8, rook g7, king d7. Yeah, I'm going to play that. I'm going to march my king up here and just keep defending the queenside stuff with my king and get my knight into play. I can hold this position. He has two sets of doubled pawns. I definitely have to take with the c-pawn, but then I get this square for my knight. Do I check his king? I think I should. And just trade the a6 pawn for the e5 pawn. Okay, so now I have a chance to actually win this position, I think. I can't allow f6, that much is clear. E takes f6. E takes f6, and then if rook takes a6, then I win the rook, so this pawn can't be taken. Yeah. Sorry, Ravi. I'm just going to tell him he had me. It's really unfair to win a position like this, but he had enough time to see that he... Okay, so let's run the analysis so I can see where I went wrong actually. What do I press? Request computer analysis. Okay. Okay, so d4, d5, bishop f4, bishop f5, knight f3, knight f6, c4. c6 is a blunder. Okay, c6 is a blunder. You should play e6. That's actually where I went wrong. Okay, okay, so let's see. If e6, then queen to b3. Ah, so this is the... I knew there was a position where I play this and just give up a pawn, but I wasn't sure which one it was. So how should this be played? Ah, come on. This is supposed to be slightly better for black or equal, as you can see, but I didn't know this. Even, and if this is the only way to save it, then that just sucks. So okay, c6, e3, e6, queen to b3, Queen to c7. Queen to b6 is a mistake. Queen to c8, sorry, should be played. After queen b6, c5 takes. Knight b to d7. Yeah, okay. Wow, yeah. Bishop takes b1 is the best move. I'm happy. At least I played something correctly. So queen to b6 was the mistake, not bishop takes b1. So okay, bishop takes b1, rook takes b1, bishop e7 should be played. b6, oh yeah, b6 is the mistake. The worst mistake. I actually had an almost equal position. So okay, this plan is definitely bad. Why? Why can he... This is... Oh, I had a losing position. Because of knight e5, I can't defend everything. Yeah, congratulations to Ravi Rawat. This is definitely an undeserved victory for me, and this is a position that I have to study. So firstly, I don't even want to go any further, but it's okay. I can run through the game briefly, but he had me. This is just lost for me. +2 for white, +3. How did I manage to get out of this mess? But this might be the worst game I ever played online. I've been losing throughout the entire game. +4, +4, +5. How did he mess this up? This is still +2.5. So yeah, this is correct. And now, yeah, I knew that I was getting better here. So if he didn't blunder his rook, let's say he did play e6, then I take here, then here, I take here. Okay, rook a6 would be more logical. Let's say this and this. Well, this might be a draw actually. I might not be losing this position. Yeah, let's get back to the opening phase. So okay, this is something I have to learn because I've played this position many times and I'm used to the move e3, and usually the games go like this. So this is the London system, the proper London system. Yeah, and so after c4, c6 can't be played. c6 shouldn't be played. I should play e6, and then if queen b3, I should give up a pawn. Is there any other move? Let's see what the better players... Okay, knight to c6 has been played 3 times. D takes c4. The highest rated game, Nakamura, Vasquez, Schroeder, Rodrigo Rafael. And Nakamura won that game with the white pieces. So okay, let's check that game out. So okay, knight to c6, and Nakamura didn't take. He played e3. Okay, so I guess you don't have to take if you're white. But if you do take, then knight to b4, knight to a3, pawn takes, queen check here, queen takes c4. This is a very complex position, but I'm going to study this line. This is definitely something you have to know. So okay, thanks for watching this video, this dubious game of mine, and as opposed to the last game, I made 2, playing c6 and playing queen to b6, 2 very bad opening mistakes. So if I want to play d5 and I face the London system, this is something I have to be prepared for. So a very valuable lesson learned in today's game. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something from this video, and stay tuned for more chess, another training game coming up tomorrow. See you later. Bye bye.